How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another After Action Report with RONIN 47R. Today we're looking at the Tier 5 tank destroyer, the T49. A subscriber has just picked this up and wanted me to run a few games in it to show him what it looks like. So let's go ahead and take a look at some scenes here. All right, starting off with what not to do. Initially this looks pretty good. Taking some shots at this guy. I'm getting out of the way. Everything seems fine. But what's going to end up happening is I am going at this battle way too closely. This needs to be fought at afar. It's almost like an E25. It needs to be on its terms here. Then I go around this corner way too wide. I go way too deep. Then I try to escape, but instead of going to the right, I go straight back, which doesn't even make sense. I get tracked. I don't use my kit. I start rushing shots, and it just doesn't even make sense. I was playing this this round terribly. So in the next round here, we're on Pacific Island. Here's another example of me trying to get back to and used to playing this this tank here. It's an underdeveloped crew. I just put a crew back into a tank that I used to have or had from back in the day. And I'm coming off of a lot of KV5 games where I'm doing some brawling, so I have to readjust my thinking. You have to remember this tank is very light. I consider it a light tank, a scout tank, with a big gun. And it really is kind of like an E25, like I mentioned earlier, where the battles need to happen on its terms, and you really can't afford to take risks. So, I don't have Sixth Sense. I'm getting spotted, and I'm playing the old way, which is, taking a lot of risks because I usually have skills. It doesn't work out so well. A few hits, and you are really in a lot of trouble. And then here I am detected for so long, and there you go. The artillery takes me out. All right, well, in this next battle, we're looking at the Siegfried line, and let's go ahead and take a look at the game mode.
Encounter battle. In this game mode, there is only one neutral flag under neither team's control, and teams spawn at opposing sides of the map equidistant from the flag. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely or capture the flag within 15 minutes to claim victory.
Okay, so, we know the map, we know the game mode, we know what we need to do. This one might or should prove out to be a lot better. I mean, the problem that I have, and, again, the tank is great. I am super rusty. I mean, I'm usually average. I'm mediocre in this tank right now because I'm just have not been playing it. So, dropping out of this Tier 5 tank destroyer with a crew that has, no skills, I'm just trying to kind of relearn my way through this thing. So let's go ahead and talk this thing through. It is in a great map for this tank. You have, I've got my binoculars. I've got a wide open view range here. Is it better than a Tier 6 view range? Absolutely not. But for a Tier 5, it's doing, everything that I can with the equipment. Have my friends spotting ahead. Let's go ahead and try to stay hull down and be sneaky. So at least the plan's in place, right? You can see the shots. The round actually travels pretty quickly, so you don't have to lead all that much. Little martyr off in the background. Took him out, and almost simultaneously a buddy takes him out, and so now he is down. Now remember, if I can see them, they can see me, so, yeah, I don't want to push too far forward because even that guy who just got popped, if he saw me and he has friends in the background, well, that can cause me a bad day. Again, so far so good. But the binoculars, just keep in mind, the binoculars and the net, which I'm not saying you have to go with. That's just, how I felt like I wanted to go with at that moment. Those are only going to kick in if you stand still. So right now it's the beginning of the battle, kind of feeling out the quick runners. But now we're going to stop and get in position and see what we can do. That guy's way out there. Now that is a French light tank and Tier 4. And you can see I'm bouncing off of that guy. I mean, you're looking at almost 500, so 470. Now the M5 there, I could actually penetrate him, but he's a heck of a lot faster. So I had to make a choice. Which one do I go for? Now there's other targets that are opening themselves up. Static targets. There you go. Now let's go ahead and follow my hierarchy of what's the most dangerous. Well, I'm going to take a TD over anything else. However, now that the scouts have gone forward, I am detected, so I need to back up. You can see I'm already starting to take fire. Not good. And I'm only going about 18, 19 kilometers per hour uphill in reverse. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good enough. So luckily, I was out of there. They lost sight of me. So now we can go ahead and go forward again. I'm a little impatient. I'm way too impatient in a series of games that I've been playing in this T49. So that's something I would caution you against is, you know, you really, really have to treat this tank as the fragile tank that it is. It is a second, third, fourth, it's a 100th line. You know, it has to be way back there. So now I'm going forward because, well, you know, somebody has to scout, right? Nobody's really up forward. And now we have this heavy tank here, this German heavy tank, tier 4. Trying to lay into this guy. Not really doing much, you know, because the armor in relation to my gun usually will bounce it. I did get a hit off that, did get a hit off that second one, so he's down. Now, should I rush forward? Nope, but guess what? Get a little cocky, get a little bloodlust. Here I am rushing forward. As I'm driving, I'm losing my visual range on my binoculars and losing my net. But that's okay. I'm still in charge. But wait a minute. I'm detected, and it's not the Lee because the Lee's not even looking at me. And I'm detected a long time. Get a hit. Driver is injured. Get a second hit. It's a Wolverine. That Wolverine is going to outview me, and that was not a good move on my part. Don't rush in.
Standard Battle. In this game mode, there are 2 flags, and each team spawns near their own. The objective is to either eliminate the opposing team completely or capture their flag within 15 minutes to claim victory.
Alright, so now we know that the rest of the battles here are going to be standard battles. We're on Mravanka, and this is a really nice map. I really enjoy this one. T49 should do a good job on this map. There's a lot of open ranges, and you know, there's some cover. There's some topography that goes up and down that you can utilize. Let's see if the team's going to help me out. Don't really want to do what's expected and go to the west with those barren hills. Not a big fan of that. Once you pop over, it's either you're open or you're not. I don't like that. I like the east side. There's a lot more cover, a lot more vegetation, and a lot more variety in the topography's elevation. So I'm going to go ahead and head in that direction. And so far, you know, looks like I have a couple of buddies. Got a Ram 2. That's so-so. Got an artillery. Well, he's not going to directly help me all that much. Again, T49 is not a brawler. He's not a frontline guy, but no one's going in this direction, so I have 2 choices to make. Pull back and let someone else deal with this side, which no one else really is, or take one for the team and kind of scout around, because we have to at least, at minimum, know what's going on over there. Meanwhile, I'm trying to see if I can take advantage of any of the folks peeking through the town, but now we have to pay attention to this. So here's a tank destroyer off in the distance, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I mean, not bad. I'm not spotted. Got a couple hits on the enemy. Life looks good. Now, hopefully I don't throw away this game. I've tracked him, and now he's down. Not bad. But remember, how many folks do I have with me? Well, I have a Ram 2, which for some reason he ran all the way by himself over there in the front. So I don't know why he did that. It's sad. He just threw away his tank. I've got a tank to my right and a little bit behind me, and that's about it. Trying to do what I can to get these shots off in the distance. Pretty challenging. A few criticals, but nothing really to brag about. The elevation is too low. They're below my my range. And that Ram 2 is just getting picked apart. I did what I could to help him out, but he's just getting nitpicked. Alright, now I have just spent too much time showing my guns, and I'm getting hit from the side. I have to evac out of there ASAP. So now I'm pulling back because I have to reposition. I'm down to nothing health. If the wind blows hard, I'm dead. So what am I going to do? Teams are fairly even. I have to fight my urge to get my gun into the battle because I'm a little too aggressive in this tank. Got a heavy tank that's pushed up slowly but surely, so that's good. So hopefully that guy can be some eyes. But I want to take a look. Who was it that was shooting at me earlier? Nope, nothing on that guy. All right, well, let's go ahead and head north and then swing to the left and see what we can do. All right. Fighting my urge to not throw away this game because I don't want to make myself too vulnerable. So I'm going to really be a little more cautious. Really hugging that edge. And what's nice is finally that I have some teammates over here with me. I've got this heavy tank that can act as some eyes for me as a little buffer between myself and the enemy. Now I'm trying to get a new position on that heavy tank that was out in the Ville, but he is done. So let's go ahead and take a look at the artilleries. See if I can take advantage of this. Little gun depression action, but you know what? I'm a little more concerned about that direct fire T40, so let's take him out. Okay, good. He's done. Now I can worry about these guys. Good. All right, and the next one is a priority. There we go. Done. Okay, so now we've got the long distance fighters taken care of. So good for us. But look at the map. Nobody's down by the flag. We're all spread out. Yes, there's only 3 bad guys, but we don't know where they are, and they're not at their base. So we could start capping. We could. But what's going to end up happening? I'm a fast guy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. So I'm telling people what I'm doing. And some of our guys are starting to cap, and that's fine. But they've got 3 guys that they can cap with. Granted, it said only 2. Now it says 3. So it would have been a moot point. I feel like I made the right decision to attack because had we stood there and assuming our teammates were to follow my suit and try to capture the flag, it would have ended up with a draw. Maybe other guys would have joined us, but would it have been too late? Not sure. So I'm going to go with the sure thing. Utilize my speed, sacrifice myself, and try to reset the cap. Let alone maybe take some of these dudes out. I don't know, but I'm just not going to sit there and be satisfied with a, with a draw. However, I don't know what my team did, but it just didn't work out, and I couldn't get my gun on target quick enough. So it was a defeat. But I wanted to share this with you because, I could have done a heck of a lot better because I took way too much damage. But luckily I survived, and I did decently as far as the scores are concerned. Shots on target, etc. So let's take a look at these. So, 10 penetrating, damaging shots, three tanks taken out. We lost, but I came in first on my team, so wasn't all that awesome. Himmelsdorf is the new map. And in the background, or over my talking, you're going to hear
so weird.
Deco Noir is one of my buddies. We platooned during this one particular game. I would have kept my voice in there, but that was during a time where my voice track got eaten by my dog, and RNG does not like me and follows me all the way to my computer to eat my editing stuff.
Let's see.
So just bear with me on this one. But I wanted to share it with you because this is a whole different animal. You are now looking at urban warfare. With a tank destroyer. So, it's apples and oranges between this and an open field.
No, it's weird when you buy back tanks you got like when this game first came out.
And here we are. We're just kind of talking about.
I bought back the Lee. Holy moly!
We're talking about how I'm playing this game
so much
for the first time in a long time, underdeveloped crew, that sort of thing.
It's still a piece of crap, but it's a piece of crap that I know how it works now.
So now I'm trying to use this bush for cover, and turns out that yep, somebody is pushing. And it is the T49. You can put some pretty good damage on lower tier and same tier tanks. But again, I do not want to get injured because he's very delicate. Luckily, this tank driver wasn't very accurate with his gun, and I was able to survive, and there's no arty. Playing it a little more cautiously. But there's going to be a point where I have to put myself in danger to get in position to put fire, on the enemy. And that was a bounce. So here's where I made a bad choice. Well, I mean, you can argue it either way, but I don't like this quick runner going back there. I don't know what my guys are going to do. So I want to go back and help. And I figure there's enough distraction where it's not going to be a one-on-one brawl. So it was worth getting close and dirty about it. But like a ding-dong, I run into the train car, which costs me time, and by then I'm like, you know what, forget it. I'm going to go back this direction. It was a waste.
Tiniest little explosion.
See, indecision really is not a good thing, so don't do what I did, kids.
The first Men in Black movie where it's just that mosquito for some reason gets ready to collide with the truck. It seems
somebody ran into Deco and he was laughing about it. All right, so over here, you can see there is another T49, and he is done.
Okay, looks like we've cleared the 7 lines, so I'll sweep over to your direction.
So there's a big clump there, but I can't put my gun on them until they come into a pathway such as this. So I'm only doing about 100-ish worth of damage each time, but there's a very quick rate of fire on this tank destroyer.
T34. Where's that KV2? KV2's way over there.
131 on that roll. There's a tier 5 Russian heavy tank. Tracked him. So everything is textbook, and I have not taken any damage. Very many awesome. So not bad. New tank blocks the other tank, and the angle just happens to be such that it's hard for me to get some damage on him. He's bouncing. Now we're back to the first tank I was working on, but this little debris, the fence, the destructible fence, is taking... It's absorbing my hits. Very frustrating. All right, here we go. And it's pretty accurate. It's a pretty accurate gun. There we go. Little side turret and a new guy. Now, here's one of the challenges with what I'm doing. They know where I am. They're shooting at me. If I was smart, I would not have stayed where I am. I should have repositioned more.
Gun, I think.
Shot through the fence. Finally, I got a turret hit on that guy. But see, here's the problem. I've been laying into 3 different tanks. Not really my choice, but that's one of the challenges, is instead of spreading that damage on 3 different tanks, if you can focus your fire on one tank, get that one gun out of the fight, you're way better off. Now, that quick rate of fire for that British heavy tank was just tearing me up. No thanks. Now they're down to 4 tanks, and it looks like I really can't get into the fight except for on that guy there. So let's go ahead and see what we have.
Oh,
you know,
damn it.
Pardon
my French.
He's a tier 6. He's scary. And it's not even scary with the gun. I mean, he can absorb a lot of my hits. I mean, I'm only shooting out 100-ish at a time, and it's just me and him. Now, if I was smart, I would not have been greedy. I would have repositioned, but you're learning that Ronin makes a lot of mistakes, and he gets a little too chancy. So,
all right, let's follow the samurai now.
What am I going to do? Reposition? Hit it from a different angle? No, I'm going to go ahead and stay in the same predicted area that I was at before, which is not smart.
That's just
Still don't see the KV2, but oh, there he is, and there's nothing between me and him, so I have to commit and continue going forward because there was no turning around in the open. That would have been less than smart. Trying to, my version of side scraping because it's better than nothing, and oh my gosh. So the good news is I did get hit in the tracks instead of something more devastating. I do have this building between me and him, but the only thing that's covering me is this this tank over here, this M6 off in the distance. Now, I don't want to stick it all the way out there. I don't have to because here he comes. And he's smart enough to go for the sure thing. He's like, I know I can take this guy out, and he's not going anywhere. Light tank is coming up behind him. Lays into him for about 2 hits of 29 damage, which is nothing. He only has 1 hit left in him, but you know what? He gets the shot off before me. So, I tried. Good news is, though, is I think I put in a pretty good game. I've got 2 kills, 14 penetrations.
Actually, I gotta go bail. I gotta go.
Criticals, spots,
and
and spotted damage. So let's go ahead and see what the ending results is.
Yeah, I got no plans this week.
All right, so Deco's taken off for after that game. And, you know, not a lot of silver. 36. That was a daily double, so I got 3760. Yay, you know, not too impressive. What I wanted to show, though, was it's like, well, you know what, not bad, though. I mean, I came in second behind Deco, so, you know, not too bad. There's way better T49 drivers out there than me. All right, so now we're taking a look at Highway, and I believe this is the last battle. Another standard battle, another standard game mode. And this map can go either way. I mean, you do have the urban in the corner. Some buildings sprinkled about, but for, you know, the most part, it is pretty open. The challenge, of course, is the vegetation for coverage. Again, this T49 is, dare I say, it's the poor man's E25. You really have to utilize your ninja ability to survive in the T49. You know, some of the bigger bruiser tank destroyers, you can kind of muscle your way through, take a few hits on the chin, and still take care of business. Not the T49. It is delicate. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to post up over here near this vegetation. Try to go a little deep into the map, as you can see. I'm way past the midline. but try to stay in such a way that I can see if they're going towards the buildings or if they are just going to go ahead and head across the map and go north. Here comes the impatience. Here it is. So I keep edging forward. I don't know why I do that. And here comes a light tank. Got a hit on the fly. And that was way too high of a shot. Now I'm detected, and I don't like that. I got to get out of there. Again, you're seeing a pattern of trying to reverse, you know, uphill. Doesn't work out too well. And not having Sixth Sense is such a handicap for those tanks that need ninja skills. You know, anyways, I mean, this is just an after-action report, big whoop-de-doo. It's not saving the world, but if I really want to show what this tank can do, well, for me, I mean, maybe you guys are out there that don't need Sixth Sense, but I do. You know, it would have been a whole different ball game if I had a little bit of an edge with the Sixth Sense. I love that skill. It's the first skill I put on a tank, any tank actually. All right, so that medium tank was taken down. We have a light tank coming in quick. Now here's the bad news. Am I too worried about its damage ability? Well, you know, not really. I just don't like being spotted. Luckily, he didn't look over here, so we're good. But now, abracadabra, I am spotted. And I'm being spotted for far too long. Did not like that. And there it is. That's what cost me. But luckily, it was just a lighter hit. But I'm repositioning. What do they say? This is a logistical, strategic reversal. The retreating aspect there. Trying to get as much vegetation as possible between me and the Reds. I would have liked a piece of that guy off the edge there, but you know, view range is only so far. Well, what do we have? Nothing. Elevation. Elevation's blocking it. See, they're all on the lower side of the berm, which is the road that comes from the red flag to the city. So if I want a piece of this, I have to put myself in jeopardy, go all the way down, cross over the road so that I can look at them. I've got a light tank with me. I don't know if that's enough of a distraction. And look at me. Super awesome, not paying attention. Runs to the tank. Alright, so now I'm coming over here. And hopefully I'm not going to get spotted. Nope, I am spotted. And did you see how quickly I got hit after the spotting or the detected message came up? That was just ridiculous. Now here what I'm doing is I'm trying to step into the punch instead of playing peekaboo and being concerned about it. But I have to run down here and see what we can see. There's only 4 left. And until just now, I was at the forefront. This is a very fast tank, so that can work against you if you're not careful. Alright, so here's the choice. Do you stand still here and take the shots? I rushed that. I should have waited for it to get closer, get smaller on the aim circle. Okay, so now I have no shots on anybody, so now I'm forced to go up higher. There's only 2 left. But it could always go badly, you never know. And I'm too slow on that. And he gets a critical hit. But at least I'm able to put him down. So, you know, nothing to really write home about. But at least I'm not getting blown up badly. I'm making less mistakes, so hey, be proud of me there. Alright, so we're pausing here for a moment when... I don't know why it does that. Often I find that it pauses in the middle of showing you how much silver. So almost 28,000 silver, 1124. You know, for the experience, you got one kill on the tank. You know, 11 shots fired, 7 direct hits. All of them did penetrate. You know, if they did hit, they did penetrate. And I came in first, you know, on the team. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it. You can see what the T49 can do. That by is no means what how awesome it can be. That's mediocre, sadly. I wish I could give you a better view. But folks, if you liked it, let me know about it. And remember, if you're receiving this transmission, you are one of the 47 Ronin, and I'll catch you later.